In this video, we're going to talk about some visa bulletin predictions pretty much for the rest of the year. And this is based on new YouTube series launched by the State Department with Charlie Oppenheim, the State Department's Visa Control and Reporting Division head. Charlie is responsible for issuing the visa bulletin every single month, and he provided some key points that you need to know about future predictions and how it's going to impact visa movements in the next coming months. So let's jump right in. Hello everybody, welcome back to our immigration channel. This is a place where you get the most up-to-date immigration news, immigration updates, and everything else that you need to make your immigration journey less stressful. My name is Jacob Sapochnik and I'm an immigration attorney based in San Diego, California, and I have clients in all 50 states. If you're here for the first time, make sure to subscribe to our channel, click the bell to be notified, to make sure that you don't miss any of our videos, and also give us a big like so YouTube is going to be able to share this video with more people just like you. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, we're going to talk about visa bulletin predictions for the rest of the year. Lots of good things to report based on a new YouTube series with Charlie Oppenheim, the head of the Visa Control and Reporting Unit. He is the one that in charge of releasing the visa bulletin every single month, and we're going to share a short clip later on in this video that explains exactly how he decides how visas are going to move forward and how visas progress and why some of them will go slower and why some of them go faster. Pretty interesting explanation directly from Charlie. I'm going to share that a little bit later in this video, but I wanted to explain to you the key highlights of what he said and what to expect in different categories. Let's start with family petitions first. What he said is that usage of family-based visas remains low and will continue to stay low, and this is specifically because of the pandemic and the fact that consulates and embassies remained closed for so long. Remember that 95% of family immigrant visas are processed overseas. They're not adjustment of status, and as a result, because of these embassies and consulates remain closed, none of these visas were able to be processed, and so we now have a low usage of family-based visas. Remember also that unused family visas are going to be added towards the employment-based categories. But now that embassies and consulates are starting to reopen, as I mentioned in the previous video that I detailed to you guys NVC processing procedures right now, I mentioned that they are now waiting for embassies to give them visa slots so they can start sending them cases from MVC to the embassies. As embassies are going to reopen more slots, expect in May and June to see a bigger movement in family-based petitions. And this movement forward will continue probably through the summer as well. So some good news for family-based petitions. And this will have a very positive impact on employment-based visas, specifically from countries like China, India, that have been stuck for many, many years waiting for those numbers to become available. Let's talk about some specific predictions for the different EB categories. If we start with EB1 category for employment-based, this category is expected to stay current for the entire year. Not just a few months, but for the entire year, according to the prediction of Charlie Oppenheim. If we look at employment-based EB2 and EB3, we expect also fast movement in those categories. Specifically, EB2 and EB3 for China and India, expect starting from May, a rapid movement forward. And also remember those downgrade cases from EB2 to EB3? Well, currently, according to Mr. Oppenheim, he doesn't have specific statistics on that, but we're probably going to see it in the next few months, and we'll report more updates once we get that from the State Department. But expect more information about faster processing of EB2 and EB3 categories for all countries as well. With respect to the EB5 category, the green card based on investment, China is not expected to advance. They have 9,000 cases in the pipeline. And for Vietnam, which was very slow in the past few months, we expect slow movement month by month towards the end of the year. Overall, all other countries, we expect no issues there at all. So one interesting point to understand is, how does processing capacity influence advancements of the dates in the visa bulletin? And let's hear it from Charlie Oppenheim himself.
First of all, I look at the annual limit. If you kind of think of the annual limits as your household budget, and if you figure you get your paycheck for the year and then you have to divide up your income accordingly, that's basically what I do. We have quarterly limits imposed by the Immigration and Nationality Act, which limit numbers use to some extent. But I look at the overall annual limits for the individual preference categories and also the foreign states. And I try to give out an appropriate amount of numbers each month. I look at again, at the annual limit, how many numbers have already been used to date, how many numbers are remaining, how many numbers I think might be needed for emergency cases at Overseas Post, or information or cases that I have not received information on from USCIS. Then also in the information that I've received from our Overseas Post or the Immigration Service in terms of future expectations of their needs.
So as you can see, we gave you some very cool predictions for the rest of the year. We're going to see definitely a fast movement on the EB categories. For employment base, for sure, it's going to keep moving faster and faster, with thousands of visas available for them to fill. But also some good news for the family petitions that were stuck the whole year, and now they're going to start moving rapidly month by month as embassies and consulates are reopening, and they increase their capacity of processing to help people get more visas. Again, I've done 2 videos, one on MVC and another one on State Department update, how they process visas. So make sure you watch those videos. They're linked in the description of this video to explain to you how they're going to be working on the back end. So once again, hopefully this information was helpful. If you have questions, make sure you leave them in the comments below. And also, if you're here for the first time, make sure you subscribe to our channel, share this video with somebody that may need to know, and give us a big like so YouTube will share this video with more people just like you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.